going on, Lego Maniacs? It's Ty Lego Guy here, and today we're doing quite the review. One of my all-time favorite Star Wars sets. As you can see, the thing doesn't even fit completely in the screen, it's so big. It's nearly 4 feet tall, and that is the Super Star Destroyer. That's set 10221. Retail for $399 US or $499 Canadian. Came out in 2011, had 5 minifigs, and had a whopping 3,152 pieces. This thing is a beast. Honestly, love it. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for a review of this set, so I'm finally doing it. And I thought it could kick off the new UCS Star Destroyer that just came out. I'm gonna be doing a couple UCS sets to kind of celebrate that. But yeah, can't wait to get into this set. Really do like it. But enough talk, let's get right into it. So when I normally do these sets, I kind of give you guys a 360 view by spinning the set around. But this set is way too big to do that. So first off, I'll just kind of show you guys coming around. We're gonna get very detailed in this. I just want to give you guys an idea of kind of what it looks like. And we'll be looking at the underbelly as well a lot more. So now that we got that out of the way, let's just start at the front. So as you guys can see, it has this very nice detailing along the side of it to kind of give the impression of hangers and whatnot on the sides. And then we'll move along through the top. So they all have this really nice, just really nice design. Looks like it is a working, functioning Star Destroyer. If you look at any of the movie footage or pictures, which we'll get into some of the pictures, very accurate, beautiful looking set. I also like the fact that they have a Star Destroyer. So this kind of shows how much smaller it is to the Executor Star Destroyer, or Executor, depending on how you want to pronounce it. So I'll kind of focus in on this. This thing's honestly huge. It's supposed to be 19,000 meters. It's honestly amazing. Like, just huge set. 280,000 troops, 38,000 ground troops. So this thing's just a beast. Beautiful looking set. But now what we'll do is we'll take a look at the underbelly. So I will spin this a little bit to give you guys a little bit better view with the lighting and whatnot. So as you guys can see, the engine area is one of my favorite areas in the set. Great looking, just honestly awesome. Some people light it up, and I kind of actually want to do that. I just haven't got around to buying that light kit. Now, here is the negative to this set, the very small negative. As you guys can see, there is no detailing on the bottom whatsoever. So they could have maybe improved on that a little bit. That is a bit of a negative. But all in all, this set's pretty sturdy. The other thing is it doesn't have a carrying handle, so you can't really move this around easily. You kind of have to hold these two bottom supports. It's really the only way to go about doing it. But I mean, other than that, really cool looking set. Love the detail. You can really see they put a lot of work into it. Now let's take a look at the interior of the set. So it is small, but it is very detailed. So you just slip this thing right off, and I'll show you guys what it kind of like looks in there. So very cool. As you guys can see to the left, they have an area of showing it, you know, it's going off into space. It is the bridge. Right here, they have some doors. But what we'll do is we'll kind of give you an idea of what it looks like with the minifigs inside. So here we have it with the minifigs. So very nice looking little area. A lot of different little computers. They really did put a lot of detail into this little area. And you know what? As much as they say with the new UCS Star Destroyer, you know, they couldn't fit an interior, they could have fit a little interior like this. I mean, it just makes the world to people. These minifigs are a lot better than what was included in the UCS Star Destroyer as well, I have to say. But just really nice looking little interior. Do like it. Love all the little details. You can really tell that this is a bridge. It is small, but they did a good job giving the idea, yeah, this is a bridge. And then the other thing I just wanted to get a little bit more into is this little Star Destroyer. They did a really good job for how small it is. And just to give you guys an idea, that's my hand, and this is how big it is. I just really want to give the impression of how big this set is. It just goes and goes. Like, for instance, I'll hold my arm out, and it's way bigger, like crazy big. Actually, I'll do another thing just so you guys can kind of get the idea how big this is. This is it standing up. Now this table, all the way down to the ground, this table is about 3 feet tall, 2.5, yeah, about 3 feet tall, and this set is literally a whole, basically foot or more taller than it. So just huge set. Just trying to give the idea how big it is. I will be doing a comparison with some other UCS sets just to show you guys how really big this set is. But yeah, I thought that would help with the review. It's just a huge, massive set. The thing's 4 feet long, huge. And here's another model that we'll use just to kind of give you guys an idea. So here is the Super Star Destroyer. Here is the Star Destroyer. So I believe this one came out in 2015. It's the latest Star Destroyer that they've brought out in this minifig scale, well, minifig basically size, where there's a full interior. So as you guys can see, this thing is so much bigger than it. In fact, let's just start it at the end of it. So basically, this Star Destroyer starts right here. This thing, that Star Destroyer doesn't even get into the middle of this Star Destroyer. Like, just crazy difference in size. Just trying to give you guys the impression of how much bigger this set is than what's roughly about $120 US set. So it's just puny in comparison. Just way, way, way smaller. Very nice engines on this set. I will be reviewing this set sometime. I still really like it. I mean, it's just not nearly as glorious basically as the other model, the Super Star Destroyer. But yeah, anyways, I just thought that this would help just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of just really how big this set is. It's just a huge, massive beast. Here we have 3 of the 5 minifigs. So as you guys can see, on the left is Dengar, in the middle is Bosk, and on the far right is IG-88. So really nice looking minifigs. I will just point out real quick, I really like Dengar's torso. It's like worn armor, which is absolutely awesome. And then good looking face, really cool. Then Bosk obviously is very cool as well. A little bit more yellow than what we're used to. They did bring him out on a bounty hunter battle pack, and he was a little bit more toned down, a little bit more accurate. And then but still this one's pretty good. And then on the right, we have IG-88. So that is actually a very unique little piece on the top, as you guys can see, to kind of get the impression of his head. So I'll give you guys a 360 view of this. Now, there obviously is no back face printing. There's not even on Dengar, but there is some very nice back torso printing. Just really good looking minifigs. I like Dengar's backpack as well. That's a good use of those pieces. But actually what we'll do is I'll show you guys the back torso of Dengar. So very nice looking. As you can see, it's very worn. There's some straps on there, some more worn armor on the bottom. So just great looking. And then I do believe this little white piece, his hat, to kind of give the impression has like a cloth hat. I do believe that is actually a rare piece. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I don't think I've seen that anywhere else, and I don't have any pieces like that. It's sort of like one of those pirate kind of hats, but without the knot, which is actually pretty cool. So I'm talking about this piece in case you guys are wondering. But yeah, cool looking minifigs. Now let's take a look at the final 2 and actually a really cool little piece. So here we have the final 2 minifigs. So on the left we have Vader. In the middle we have Admiral Piet, which I really like it. I do believe that this is a very exclusive torso print. He is an admiral, so he has a lot of those little basically designations, the red and blue markings that show your rank. So I'll give you a 360 view of them. So they do have, Admiral Piet does have back torso printing. Vader does not, but I will show you his face. It's just the standard Darth Vader face. We've had it before. This one has a little bit more markings, and what I found actually interesting about it is there's some red markings to kind of give the impression they're wounds at one point. And then Admiral Piet, yeah, nothing too crazy, but he is an exclusive minifig, which is pretty cool. To my knowledge, this was one of the few, if the only set you could get
Admiral Piet. That's this exact minifig. And then on the right, I just wanted to show you guys, it's a really cool looking little piece, focus in, of the Emperor. So very, very cool. Love this piece. Really cool. I just thought I'd kind of show you guys that because I honestly appreciated that. I love detail. Vader does not have any back torso printing, unfortunately. But yeah, those are the minifigs. Now let's take a look at the pictures to see how accurate this set really is.
All right, so to start, we'll take a look at this Executor class Star Dreadnought. A beautiful looking ship. One thing I did notice, however, was they could have maybe had a little bit more blue. Maybe they could have put some blue detailing into it just to give the impression of lights. But all in all, not a big deal. Here's another picture. So that's actually with the Star Destroyer, so you can kind of see how much smaller it is, and the Star Destroyer is closer. So beautiful job. Lego did an awesome job at this set. I actually want to show you guys what it kind of looks like with the blue little lights. I really want to do this to mine. It looks so awesome. But yeah, we'll see. To figure out where I'll get that lighting. Just to give you guys an idea of what the underbelly is supposed to look like, this is taken from the movie. And as you can see, the Star Destroyers are far smaller than the Super Star Destroyer, so Lego definitely got that accurate. I actually plan on comparing all the small little models to the bigger models and kind of going side by side, like Death Star, Super Star Destroyer, Star Destroyer, Tantive 4, because it is kind of cool to see how much smaller they are. But anyways, they could have did a little bit more detailing on that. Not the end of the world, but yeah, there could have been a bit more detail. And then moving on, here's another picture of it with the fire coming out of it when the Star Destroyer is basically taken out. That A-Wing flies into the bridge. So just great looking set. Lego did a really, really good job at it. This is actually kind of odd. It looks like they might be shooting at each other. Anyways, there's apparently there's plenty of Super Star Destroyers. But anyways, really cool looking ship. I think Lego did a really good job. Just the only imperfection I could find with it was just that underbelly. They could have maybe improved on that. But yeah, those are the pictures. This is the last one we'll take a look at. Just to give you guys a little bit of an idea. This is a Super Star Destroyer. That's the Executor's class. Believe it or not, it gets a little bit bigger. Here's the Malevolent class Super Star Destroyer, and then the Inquisitor class Super Star Destroyer. So you can kind of see the differences in sizes. Here's the standard Imperial class Star Destroyer we're used to, just to show how much smaller it is than the Super Star Destroyer. But yeah, those are the pictures. I thought they'd help out with the review. I love looking at stuff like this. Size differences, comparisons, the actual model itself. The only flaw I can find with this set, again, is just the underbelly. But yeah, those are the pictures. Now, as always, let's get into the end. Guys, that was my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, this set's fantastic. I have so many good things to say about it. The only negative, and yes, it's been brought up by other Lego enthusiasts, is the underbelly of the ship could have been more detailed for sure. But you know what? It is what it is. Besides that, the set's honestly perfect. I love the fact they had a bit of an interior with it. And honestly, just a really, really good set. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the set? Do you not? Do you maybe own it? Be interested to always hear your guys' thoughts. But honestly, really do like it. And it is pretty accurate, especially since we compared it against those pics. This does really look like the Super Star Destroyer, which it honestly should. Just that underbelly could have been a bit more detailed. But yeah, that was my review. If you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. And yeah, click that bell so you're notified for any new UCS sets that are reviewed, because I plan on doing a bunch of them. This is just the first of many. This is actually the biggest set so far I've ever reviewed on my channel. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. But take care. I'll catch you on the next one.